Hey people, it is Ludwin and it is my pleasure to introduce you all today one of our newest labels that we're carrying from Japan, Suvas. The name is a portmanteau of sewing, like sew, and vas, the latter half of canvas, because canvas is the cloth that they primarily specialize in. They have a factory in Kurashiki, Japan, that is in the Okayama prefecture that you'll see listed on every single label that that's where the factory that they have going on is. And it's something they've been working on for quite a while. You'll see some pretty it's not going to be your run-of-the-mill canvas. They have like old world style looms that are making things feel very special. I think what really captivated us when we first saw it was the cloth, but then we were really pleasantly surprised to see the attention to detail that's going on in the actual construction and just different ways to make that these pieces stand out from just your regular thing. So let's get it started. Um, where they specialize in the canvas, we've got a pair of trousers, actually two pairs of trousers, except one is in there, I believe, 10-ounce cotton canvas, natural, so you can see those like cotton seeds like still inside of the weave there. But then we also have a like washed olive linen. Um, Both of them are going to have the same design detail, so let's go over that here. It's kind of just like their classic take on an everyday wear chino. So it's a flat front, has a good natural taper, but up at the top, it's pretty roomy. It's actually the pants that I'm wearing here. So you can see, as far as like when I'm wearing them, there's nothing like too special jumping out at you, but it's the way that they constructed these to fit like almost every kind of body type that makes it work. Suvas, they design kind of with a unisex approach to things. So you can see this kind of has this like drawstring, almost like a shoelace that's here, but it's actually floating beneath the natural waistband. So what that does is it lets it so that it's very easy to get into these pants. The waist is going to be cut bigger than you'd expect for the size that's listed. But this drawstring just lets you cinch it in so you're secure on the waist, but you still get a nice roomy shape and everything's locked in. I feel like a lot of times when you oversize your pants, it could look sloppy. It looks like you're wearing something too big. But this, I don't know, it has that ease and comfort of a bigger pant, but you look like you're wearing the pant you should be. It's very, very nice. That said, for Suvas, let me mention sizing. With it being a Japanese label, a lot of things most things that we have here today are going to fit about one size smaller than you'd expect in the U.S. size. So you're going to want to size up. That's why our size runs will generally be from size medium to double XL. That said, these pants are cut oversized. So if you were to take your US size, they would still fit you normally. But you wouldn't be able to get that like drawstring cinch that they're kind of that they designed these in mind with. So I'm wearing a size XL, which is one size up for me, and that's why I'm able to achieve that desired effect. But that's all to say, you can take your regular size, and you don't need to use that drawstring. You can just kind of have it there for aesthetics, and that's still going to work. Yeah, I did a lot of time holding these and talking about those. But the green linen is also very nice. It just has a little bit more flow to it because the cloth isn't as substantial. It's going to be like a really nice option for the spring summer. And the drawstring that they use, instead of being the flat canvas, since it's not as robust, the linen is kind of in a more true like draw cord style. So it kind of has these like fun little twisties things going on to it. It kind of reminds me of like vines. It's a very botanical kind of approach to that design, I think. So yeah, great trousers. I'd say you can take your true size, but I prefer to size up one from your usual US, considering it's a Japanese label. Next up, we have another canvas piece. It's going to be our first top from them. It is like their standard work shirt, but this is in a canvas that's slightly less heavy than that one. This is 8-ounce, whereas that one was 10-ounce, but it's still in their same signature raw natural denim. The details on this that I thought were pretty sweet. It has a flat pocket, and I feel like a lot of flat pockets you see have like a snap or a button closure. But no, this is actually tacked on the side. So when it's relaxed, it's in this position, and you have to kind of open it yourself to get in. It doesn't like stay open. It keeps things secure is what I'm trying to say. So nobody, can go and sneak. I don't know if people have like crafty ways of pickpocketing from a chest pocket, but it could be an option. It's going to be even harder with this guy. One thing that they do on their shirts is they have this ceramic button up top, and I think it pops off especially on the ecru. It does look like a yummy candy mint, but it's actually hand painted. So they take time and detail to put into each one of these. It's not fully there, it's just a nice little flair for when you do have it fully buttoned up. But otherwise, when you have it unbuttoned, it kind of, it'll hide under their collar a little bit. The rest of it has these horn buttons all the way down. It's cut and designed just like a, your usual shirt. Has a curved hem, straight collar. It does have this combination sleeve that's a little bit difficult to see, but yeah, it's cut with like the raglan shape in mind, so you can see like it has those seams on the shoulder, but it has a set in kind of like shoulder cap the way that a normal shirt would be cut. And that it kind of gives that natural good slope that you want from a raglan sleeve cut, with also just a little bit more structure in the shoulder. So I don't know, it's kind of like a best of both worlds situation. I think they really did good there with Suvas's cut there. You can take your usual size in this, and it's going to fit like a usual shirt, but I think if you want, you can size up again, and just have it be worn like an overshirt, because it is like still a pretty substantial cotton. Next up is the jacket that I'm wearing here. This is one of the first fabric blends that we're showing you with Suvas. It is their chore coat. This was honestly the piece that really jumped out at me when we first came across them. It just has like this really nice like radiant blue to it. It's a cotton linen blend, so you get like this really crunchy texture to it. And the contrast stitching that they do just really jumps off of that blue. So you have like triple needle stitches all the way down the raglan sleeve and then also on the seams here. So that's just a very apparent and present detail. The pocket is also really sweet. I think that's what actually drew me in, because there's some unconventional shapes happening here. You're seeing and this isn't just like a detail, it's actually stitched down like this, so you can't like put your hand in it as a regular pocket. But what it does, it kind of like pre-compartmentalizes it. It's like a trapper keeper on your chest. So watch this, boom. This triangle shape, you're like, what's that? I found really great use for my lip balm in here. But you could also put like a little pen, boom, fit in there real good. And then we could also slip in this bad boy, boom, and look at that. Then there's this other little funky shape thing. I don't quite know what you put in there. I don't know what is shaped like this. You could make jelly beans, I think would be a really good thing to fill up there, and you just have snacks on the go in a fun shape. But otherwise, yeah, it's gonna be like your classic coverall that you've seen from before. Just really well done. It does have Suvas branded shank buttons, so you're getting details in every little bit there. This is the size XL that I'm taking. I'm usually like a large, so this is kind of a size up for me. You could size up if you want something like truly relaxed, but I think, again, just taking your usual size adjustment for the Japanese sizing, and you'll be good. Then next up, we're deviating kind of from those more robust cloths into something a bit more summer appropriate. We have their open collared shirt. This is done in kind of like their retro 1950s like safari stripe that we have going on. And while it visually looks pretty stunning, it's like a pretty captivating retro stripe. When you touch it, it really comes to life. It has this like Dobby woven stripe that's into it. Hopefully the camera can pick it up. There's a textured woven stripe built into like the screen print, or I guess block printed stripe that they have going on here. And it makes for a really pleasant experience wearing it on body. It's a really lightweight, like summer appropriate cotton poplin. The details that we have here is this pretty like pronounced open collar. It's meant to sit like open and nice. A lot of times camp collars will be this in between where it's like, is it a regular shirt? Is it a camp collar? This is very firmly there, and it has a pretty good, generous collar that displays open nicely. It has two chest pockets, open button pockets. And you see the pattern matching on there is pretty stellar stuff. You don't see that all the time. I like that they're slightly rounded. It just has like a little bit of a special feeling to it rather than just a square. And there's also buttons at this hem. So while it would usually just be a square hem, you could also open it up, and then it functions as kind of like your regular split hem shirt. One second, I'm gonna get it and it's gonna be so good. There you go. And it's like a regular split hem like vacation shirt. But I think what they were going for is that if you're going to like tuck in this shirt, a lot of times, tucked in shirts can be like a very fleeting thing. You'll tuck it in and it looks perfect, and then a moment later you sit down and it looks a little goofy. So this button, the way that the shirt hits, it's kind of below the hips. And as you know, like most people's hips are a little bit wider than their waists. So it hitting there kind of locks that tuck into place so that, you're free to just be confident in how that's gonna fit around you when it's tucked in. It's pretty sweet, really good design going in. That's one of the details that I mentioned earlier that like wow, these Suvas guys are thinking good. But otherwise, yeah, sizing, same as the others. I'd say size up for what you'd expect of a shirt to fit like this. You could take your true size. It would be like a very slim fit. We just, prefer the size up. And lastly, we have shorts, easy shorts, made in that exact same cloth. Two colors. We have the same as before, this kind of like rusty brown color, and this navy on olive. They're easy shorts. There's like no button fly, no funny business, just a nice elastic waist, drawstring that cinches that in. You kind of get like the pleating and gathering effect from the drawstring waist and how crisp the cloth is, but there isn't really. It's just the way that it gathers up at the top. Slash pockets, two open back pockets, kind of echoing those same two open button pockets that we have here. And these are also going to be sized, I believe, small to XL, but these are ones I think you're actually just fine to take your true waist size. There's no funny business going on. Don't double think it. I'd say just size as you'd expect of a short, and you're going to be good. That's Suvas. I know I just said a lot of different sizing things to you. If you have any questions, please reach out, but we do a pretty good job at describing it on the page. Hope you all enjoy it, and like, comment, subscribe. Take care.